Allegra.
Mallory.
Why did you choose me for this tête-à-tête?
Mallory, I wanted to talk with you because you are someone that I've admired since getting into the company. I've always loved your dancing. And now, having moved to your side of the dressing room, and as I feel like we're starting to get to know each other better.
We sit next to each other.
Yes.
It's very fun.
I feel like my respect and appreciation for you has only grown the more I get to know you.
Well, you're very sweet. But I was very excited when you asked me to do this. I felt like I was being proposed to or something. Very big deal.
Yeah.
It's going in my diary. It's a big life moment.
I'm honored. Do you have a particularly memorable recital or performance story as a kid? Do you remember the first time you performed?
A very memorable performance is when I was at my home studio doing the Nutcracker ballet etudes, and it was a whole family production. Like my parents were the party scene parents.
Aw.
I was the party scene child.
Yeah.
My sister was a soldier. And then my brother sat behind the Christmas tree, you know, because when it grows, they had to plug in all the lights. And I don't know, he was just in charge of like
That's
the
incredible.
tech back there. Yeah. And so that is a very memorable show for me. Like having my brother sitting behind the tree. He had headphones in for all of like the party scene and until it was his time to like plug everything in and have his moment. So having the whole family in there was really fun.
So cute.
Yes, it was very cute. But for you, how and where did you start dancing? And what was the first ballet you ever saw?
I started dancing when I was 5 years old, and my mom was actually my first teacher.
Cute.
Which is funny because she originally did not want me to start taking ballet classes.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, she always told me she wanted me to find my thing.
Because there's
She
a lot
knew.
of dance in your blood.
Exactly. She was like, dance is my thing, ballet is what I love. You don't have to love it just because I do. That did not stop me. I kept begging her, and right before my 5th birthday, went to her sobbing. Please, Mom, just let me take ballet classes. That's all I wanted for my birthday.
Oh,
And she still said no.
really?
Yeah.
Whoa.
But then I had the bright idea that when Mom says no, you should go ask Dad. So he talked to my mother and he was like, Erin, she clearly wants to do it. Just let her dance until she doesn't want to do it anymore.
Yeah.
She can
She's
quit.
shy.
But yeah, let her have her fun. So for my 5th birthday, I got to start taking ballet classes.
That is so sweet. You needed to dance.
And first ballet I ever saw, I think it was APT Swan Lake. Classic.
Yes, of
Love it.
course.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous.
Do you have an SAB story that you still tell? Any memorable SAB experiences with your current colleagues?
My first year at SAB, when I was 14, we did Christopher Wheeldon's Send a Ballet. So that's, all students, but performing on the New York City Ballet stage.
Yeah.
And that was such a bonus because I was already living my dream being at SAB, but I didn't think I'd get to be on our stage. And so I just remember taking in every moment, being like, this might be the last time I'm ever backstage, or this could be the only time I'm ever on this stage. And I also loved workshops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did Bourre?
I did Boy Fantastic, which we've done in the company. I also did Second Movement Western, which
Oh,
has,
that's fun.
there's a funny picture that I think people in our dressing room still like to pull up from that
I
one.
don't think I've seen this actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You can ask Anna. She's-
Okay.
So, yeah, those are great, but a lot of good memories from SAB.
What was your first performance with New York City Ballet? How did it feel?
My first performance was Emeralds from Jules, in the fall, and it's so special, that ballet in general, but just being on stage. So when Emerald starts, as you know,
Yes.
all of the core ladies are on stage, and so that was the first time I got that feeling of the air whooshing in, that cold air when the curtain goes up. And I love starting ballets on stage because you get that feeling. So, you're just standing there really scared, but also really excited.
Trying not to fall over.
Trying not to fall over. And then you get that whoosh of air, but it's just like, it's magical. I just kept thinking, wow, this is so special. And I get to do this again tomorrow and the day after that. And it's very exciting.
Oh,
Do you have a favorite onstage moment since you joined the company?
Ballo della Regina will always remind me of you, Mallory.
Oh,
We don't even have a particular moment where we
Uh-huh.
dance together, but I feel like I always remember looking across the stage at you in the opening.
yes.
And I will never watch that principal variation without hearing the fastest balances in the world. Without fail, every time we would be in that back wing, we would look at each other
Yes.
and you'd say, those are the fastest balances in the world.
Yes. Well, we had a lot of fun backstage during that ballet, like in the wings, you and I.
We did.
Together. Maybe not that we were like holding hands on stage, but we were having a good time
We were.
backstage. But yeah, that principal variation is so impressive.
Quick.
And we have the best view, right
do.
in that back wing.
Yep.
That's funny because I think of you
Really?
when I think of that ballet because there's this picture of when like the principal dancer is running on and you are just giving like the best épaulement ever and the greatest face. For anyone that doesn't know, épaulement is like your carriage of your upper body and your arms. And it's
Oh,
supposed to be,
gosh.
the picture was supposed to be about like the principal coming on. But I was just like, no, we need to crop it right around Allegra because this is the greatest. You were just giving such great, face and épaulement. It was fantastic. So,
That's a fun ballet.
it is
I
a
love
fun
that ballet.
Yeah.
What was the thing that surprised you the most after you joined the company?
I am such a ballet nerd. I'm such a New York City ballet nerd, like history nerd and everything. And so I loved going to the ballet every night as
Yeah.
a student at SAB. So when I got into the company, I knew all of those dancers because I'd watch them on stage
Yeah.
every night. I had, my own perceptions of who they were. And
course.
so I think what surprised me most was just getting to know everyone as a human
Yeah.
and not just as a dancer on stage.
Yeah.
I do think though that you can really tell who someone is based on how they
Through their
dance on
dancing.
stage.
Yeah.
Through their dancing. So
Yeah, even sometimes in class, I'll look over and I'm like, Tyler Peck is really just dancing in front of me right now every day.
yeah,
That's crazy. That's crazy.
we're all normal people.
Yeah.
But do you have a pre-show ritual? I sit next to you in the dressing room, but I'm not sure if you do.
I actually try not to create any pre-show rituals
Yes.
because it's very easy for me to compare how the show went to what I did beforehand. And I'm a little bit superstitious.
Just a little.
Just a little. So if I let myself, I could start the week with one ritual and end with 8.
I agree. I try not to have pre-show rituals for that exact same reason. You don't want to start thinking that your performance depends upon
It's
some
so
slight thing
ridiculous,
that you
but
did.
we believe it
Yes.
wholeheartedly.
Uh-huh. And just the ritual of getting ready for the show itself
Yeah.
is enough. Just
Exactly.
sitting in there, listening to music,
Your
doing
makeup,
your
the hair. Do you?
No, I just do it. I just
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes like I'll have, if it's a low energy day, like having a dance party is a good pre-show ritual.
You're also a good DJ.
Yes, I do like to.
You get the tunes going in the dressing room.
Yeah. But I feel like we take turns
We do.
DJing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You, Anna Snellgrove,
Yes.
Ruby, Naomi Corti. Yeah.
And we love to take requests.
Yes.
So
If you could only dance one ballet for the rest of your life, what would it be?
this is so hard to choose one. Can I give you a whole list?
Yeah. Top 3,
Top 3.
top 4.
Top 10.
Yeah.
I love Mozartiana. It's always been one of my favorite ballets.
You just did that this past season? That was your
Yes.
first time?
That was my first time dancing it, yeah. And it had always been one of my favorites to watch.
Yeah.
And so then to be in it was fantastic. So I love that one. I also love Vienna waltzes, which we all just
Yes.
did. You just feel glorious. You feel like you're in a different place.
Yeah.
And then I also really loved dancing Retmansky's Namuna. I was one of the cigarette girls, and that was just something I never thought I would do.
Yeah.
And it was so much fun. And I think that was kind of the first time I had done something that was both technically challenging and also playing a character. And I just love working with Retmansky. He's
Yeah.
the best.
He
And
brings out the best in everyone.
yeah, you do things you didn't think you could
Yeah.
when he's in the room. So, what has been your most meaningful coaching experience?
I would say this past year when I did Minkus Pas de Trois and Gonzalo Garcia,
Gonzalo Garcia.
he coached us through
Uh-huh.
it. That was my first time working on a solo and receiving any kind of principal coaching. So
And he's so great at it.
yeah, it was a very new experience for me. And through that, I certainly learned a lot about my dancing, the mindset that you have to show up every day and do something
That is
that's
such
really challenging.
a hard ballet. That is such a hard ballet.
Maybe you don't feel that you're the best at. I didn't always feel super confident in those rehearsals, but Gonzalo really helped give us both technical and artistic corrections as well as just boost our confidence
Yeah.
and give us the bravery to go out on stage and just perform a solo in front of that entire audience.
Definitely. I mean, I think he knew too that it was your first big thing, and I think he set you up really well. I was in the room for those because I understudied that. And I mean, I was so impressed by you every rehearsal, and it is very difficult, and to see you conquer that was incredible.
Thank you.
But yeah, Gonzalo, we miss him.
We'll miss him.
He's not dead. He's just
He's just in Miami.
he's the artistic director of Miami City Ballet now. So
Yes.
But-
But to do big things, but
Mhm.
we'll miss him. What is the most challenging ballet to perform?
I'm gonna say George Balanchine's The Nutcracker.
Excellent answer.
Not necessarily because it is the most strenuous thing you've ever done, like isolated in one show, but just the full picture of 6
shows.
weeks of 50 shows of
Yeah.
the same thing every day is very difficult. I think it gets really hard on your body. Your stamina becomes incredible, right? Like by the end,
Best it's ever been.
best it's ever been. But it's really hard, I think, to do that physically and mentally. I
Absolutely.
think for me, every time we get to Nutcracker, just
Yeah.
the idea of locking in for 6 weeks of, like flowers every night can be a lot mentally. But it is also so beautiful. Like the costumes we wear are gorgeous and the music is incredible. We usually do like a different ballet every night.
Yeah.
And so to go from doing so many different ballets to just one is difficult.
It is.
What is your favorite non-New York City Ballet performance that you've ever been to?
I mean, I'm a little bit biased, but I would always go to see ABT, go to see my aunt and my uncle perform. So I would say Ethan's retirement. He performed La Corsaire. And afterwards, I got to go on stage and hand him a bouquet of flowers.
No way. How old
Which
were
was-
you?
I must have been like 12,
Cute.
maybe,
Uh-huh.
if even. And that was my first time like being at a retirement and seeing what that was and what that meant, handing them a bouquet of flowers. It all just felt really magical too, standing on stage at the Met when you're, 3-4 feet tall. Everything feels so surreal.
Retirements are so special. Just the love in the audience, the love on stage, the love backstage.
Yeah.
It's very cool to be a part of
Yeah.
as a little one.
I don't even think I understood fully what that meant, but the energy was unreal. How do you like to spend your layoff?
Well, I always have such a big to-do list when we get to layoff because when we're in season, it is so jam-packed.
Yeah.
Just the lives that we live during one season are unreal. So I love to just take care of things on my to-do list, but I also want to spend as much time with my family as possible.
Yeah.
So I love going home to Arizona. But I also like to travel whenever that's possible. So
You just went on a trip,
just went on a
right?
trip. Yes, my family and I went to Ireland and England and saw Oasis at Wembley.
I feel like you go to a lot of concerts too.
Yes.
Maybe
but
not
I'll do
even
that.
just
I'll
on
do that
layoff.
during
Yeah,
season. Whenever it's happening. But especially when I have more energy and can stand. Sure.
Yes.
But yeah, we went to Gov Ball this summer layoff
Yeah.
as well. That was great. What is something that would surprise people about our theater? Or had you ever been on the New York City Ballet stage before, the David H. Koch Theater stage before you started dancing here?
I got to perform Scherzo alla Russe, which Christine Redpath set for us at the
Yes.
school. Grace and I were the understudies
Uh-huh.
of the two principal women, Grace Scheffel.
Mm-hmm.
And so Christine came and set it primarily on the D girls.
Uh-huh.
And they had performances, actually real shows with City Ballet,
Yeah.
full costume, full hair, everything. And there was one more show that was a student matinee. And it was just in a leotard and skirt. But everyone was getting COVID. And so Grace Scheffel and I, we got to do the very last show of it,
Hey.
just in a leotard and tights.
Uh-huh.
But it was so fun. And working with Christine and seeing what it was like to work with a rep director and have someone set a ballet on you was really cool at that age, because I'd never really done anything like that
Yeah.
before. So yeah,
Wow, I didn't know that.
I think that was my first time on the stage. But something that surprises me about the theater, I recently heard some ghost stories.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've heard these around town, but
Yes.
I've heard that late at night people have seen women or ghosts down in like the supply closet.
Yeah, because the theater goes so far underground.
Yeah.
Farther than the elevators. There's like, what, 2 floors? 2 or 3 more floors
Must be
after
something
the
like
elevator?
that, yeah.
So if you go all the way down those stairs, like there's some paranormal activity.
Yeah.
I haven't experienced it myself,
Me neither.
but I've heard others have.
So I was shocked to hear that.
That's incredible. I'm so happy you brought that up.
Yeah.
I didn't think of that.
What art forms other than dance do you enjoy most, and why?
I love music.
Yeah.
I love live music, going to concerts. I find it so inspiring. Like if I'm ever feeling a lack of inspiration, or I don't know, I'll just go to a show and I will instantly feel so refreshed from that. And just seeing a performer on stage giving it their all is inspiring for me to go and do that. So I love going to concerts.
Did you ever play any instruments growing up?
I played the piano
Okay.
and a very, very brief stint with violin,
Mm-hmm.
but I was not good and I did not like to practice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, and I was always like begging my parents to stop giving me lessons, which now I wish that I had
Yeah.
stuck with that. But no, my whole family is really into just like music in general, and so I think
Yeah.
like my music taste came from them. My love of concerts
Aw.
came from them.
Do you remember your first concert?
Yes, I do. It was Justin Bieber, the Believe tour.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it was I think I was 11 or 12 maybe. But that was one of my favorite things to do with my sister when we lived in the city together. What is a hobby or interest of yours that would surprise people?
I don't think I have any that are surprising, but I recently started painting with oil pastels, which you have gotten one of my works.
I do have one of Allegra's works.
It was one of my first, so I'm sorry about that.
No, I love it. It's here with
But-
us now. We'll see it later.
Yeah, I just ordered them during Nutcracker because I knew we'd have a little bit more free time afterwards. And I just wanted to find a new creative outlet, a new hobby. I've always found art very therapeutic. And I hadn't worked with oil pastels since like 4th grade art class. So I was like, why not? I remember enjoying it. So yeah. Do you have a favorite movie or TV show, and why?
I do. I feel like you know the answer to this one. My favorite movie is Pride and Prejudice.
And I think we have the same answer here. If you had asked me that question, I think I would say the same thing.
Yeah, the 2005.
Keira Knightley?
Keira Knightley.
Yes.
It's the best. I love the soundtrack. I love the cinematography. I think it's so beautiful. I had it downloaded on my phone. I would watch it every time I flew when I was at SAB.
Yeah.
Like every time I got on a plane.
Comfort movie?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I've seen it a lot.
Excellent. Can you quote it?
Oh yeah.
Now I'm assuming, yeah.
Definitely. But my favorite TV show, is Scam. I'm
Okay.
not sure if I'm saying that correctly, but it's a Norwegian teen drama. And I just think it's so much fun. They portray teenagers in a great way, and I think the Norwegian language is really pretty,
Yeah.
and so yeah, I love that. Shelby Mann is also a big fan of Scam, and Victor, so we've got some fans out there.
Yeah.
But your favorite movie is also
I would say Pride and Prejudice. I grew up watching that with my mom, so it feels very nostalgic. And I would say that's my most rewatched movie too.
totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mom showed me the soundtrack first. We were in the car driving to Ballet, and she was like, I think you would really like this.
Aw.
And so it's just a thing that moms pass down, I guess,
Yeah.
the love for that
It's
movie.
a fan favorite.
Yeah.
I mean,
It is. Where would you most like to travel?
Hmm.
Because very famously, you just got on a plane for the first time somewhat recently.
To Utah, of all places.
But that was your first time
Utah.
on a plane.
It was.
Yeah.
It took me 17, 18 years of my life
Uh-huh.
to do that, but it happened. I think I'd like to branch out a little bit more.
Well, you can go anywhere.
Yeah. I would say either France or Switzerland would probably be at the top of my list. My mom lived in Switzerland for 10 years, and that's where she danced. So I would love to go with her, just see the opera houses she danced at, her favorite restaurants, get a little tour from her. And then I've always just wanted to go to France. I think if I could learn one language, French would be what I would want to learn.
Yeah.
What is a hobby or interest of yours that would surprise people?
I really enjoy exploring old cemeteries.
I did not know that about you, Mallory.
I think they're so
Okay.
beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why I'm so drawn to them, but I always like to find one when I'm somewhere new. I'll seek it out, or sometimes you just stumble upon one, and I love that.
When did this interest start? Yeah.
A couple years ago, it's been a thing,
Okay.
but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. And you just noticed through traveling and
Yes, that I really enjoyed, like, just, I mean, they're so beautiful. They're such gorgeous trees, and it's just nice to be in nature. I also like to embroider. Maybe that's a little bit,
I didn't know this either. And that's fairly normal.
that's a little bit more normal than the cemeteries, yeah. But yeah, I like to embroider. I took a little bit of a break, but I'm getting back into it.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay, should we do show and tells?
Yes,
So did you bring in some pictures from,
I do. I have some on my phone of when I was a child.
let's see.
Some of my costumes.
Yeah, best childhood costume. Let's
Okay.
see.
I think this was my favorite.
Oh, okay.
And this picture is
Oh my goodness. You look
the
like a
full
princess.
face of makeup.
Yes.
Because
A headpiece?
I just know I told my mom, can you put some eyeshadow on? Can you put some lipstick on?
Why was that your favorite? Just the color and
This was my favorite because it was to Somewhere Over the Rainbow. And I was dancing. It was just a duet, me and a much older dancer. And so I was really excited to get to work with an older dancer.
yeah.
And in the piece, I was kind of like her little sister. And so it's very cute. We end with a little hug.
Oh.
So that's probably my favorite. I also have in motion.
Oh,
version.
wow.
Uh-huh.
Look at that. That's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
You're
The
so
flat shoes
open.
hanging off my feet.
But that is a high dairy point.
So
Cute.
yeah.
So this is what's in your theater case, correct?
Yes.
This is
this is my single piece of theater case decor.
Yeah.
I aspire to be like you someday and have lovely trinkets that, brighten up your space and make it feel like home. But I have not gotten around to decorating my theater case. So this is the singular picture I have because it was given to me from Owen Flocka.
Uh-huh.
And
This is who you got into the company with?
yes, we both started together with Nutcracker. And then the next year we were party parents together. So it just felt like a very full circle moment.
Yeah.
The fact that we got to have our first Nutcracker as apprentices and then our Nutcracker together as a core member.
You have to take a picture every year.
So
now
we
of
do.
Nutcracker, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's a very sweet one.
So this is the only picture I have.
Cute.
Looking to expand in the near future.
I don't know, maybe you should keep it just a shrine to Owen.
It really is just smack
It's
dab
in
in
the
the
center,
center.
too.
But would you like to show us your dressing room decor?
Yes.
Because this is
Okay.
much better than mine.
So yes, I love collecting knickknacks.
Yes.
And I always have since I was a child. And then when I started dancing here, that transferred over to collecting things that have fallen on stage
Yes.
off of costumes or off of props.
We all know now that if we see something on the ground,
Mhm.
to collect it and give it to you.
Yes, which I love so much. And I
Yeah.
have so many things. But these are some of my favorites. And I just line them up in front of my mirror.
Yeah.
And so my mirror is just full of little trinkets. This is one of my latest additions, which is your drawing that you gave me, and that has been up in my dressing room. I was so amazed because I did not know that you drew, and so
I had just started.
yes,
So yeah,
so fun.
new hobby.
This is Goya's Saturn devouring his son, and I got that at the Prado when we were on tour in Madrid. My first international tour with the company, and I was in an art class at the time, and we were talking about Goya literally the week before I got on the plane, and this painting just has a special meaning to me. But yeah, this one comes with me everywhere.
Yeah.
Every tour. It's been to Copenhagen and London. It
Aw.
comes to Saratoga and DC every year.
Yeah.
I always need to have this in my dressing room spot. And then, there's so many little trinkets, but this is a bell from David Gabriel's Hoops costume
Oh.
after his debut of
Oh,
Hoops.
that's so
Yeah, so the first time he did that in the Nutcracker.
Did you put it on that
I put
little
it on
hair
his-
tie? Okay. I was like, how did that attach to his costume?
No, it was just a little bell. But yeah, the first time he did candy canes in the Nutcracker, this fell off. So
Oh.
I snatched that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so many little trinkets.
What's the
is from-
yellow one from?
That's from Sterling's. Yeah,
Oh.
it just flew off. This is from Laval's. That one's a cutie. This is a wristband from when I saw the drums at Elsewhere. And I keep collecting more.
And never stop.
It never stops.
Why? Why would you?
No. Well, Allegra, this has been very fun.
This has been so fun.
Shall we?
Cheers. That's a wrap.
That is a wrap.